If you're struggling with creative financing in your real estate investing, you could likely blame it on the 3 big creative financing mistakes that people make that leaves them feeling defeated when they do. It can be discouraging, I know, and I'm not gonna let that happen to you. I'm gonna show you what to do instead. But before we begin, make sure that you subscribe to the show because I post housing market updates, creative financing strategies, and faster ways to retire. I do that each and every week, and the quicker you learn, the quicker you earn. Let's go. Hi, my name is Matt Theriault, CEO of Epic Real Estate, where we show people how to invest in real estate so they can escape the daily grind and retire early. Now, I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark and guess that if you're watching me right now, it's because creative financing hasn't worked for you. Or it's not working for you as well as you'd like. Enter yes in the comments below if that's true. I already know, I was in your shoes once too, but when I corrected 3 specific mistakes that I was making repeatedly, it clicked almost overnight. And I was able to build a rental portfolio of more than 100 properties without ever having to talk to a bank or use a dime of my own money. You don't have to go the slow trial and error method like I did. I'm gonna help speed things up for you, just like I did for Daniel, Mackenzie, and Brendan by sharing these 3 mistakes I made and continue to see others make too. Mistake number 1 that people struggle with when it comes to creative financing is that they think about it, they dream about it, they want to do it, but they don't offer it. And in the occasional situations that they do, it never gets offered in writing. Presenting offers in writing to sellers, it's a big challenge for many investors, whether it's a creative offer or not. Most will negotiate verbally and then fail to reach an agreement with a seller, and then conclude it's not worth putting the offer in writing. If nothing is in writing, how could the seller ever possibly sign it? Here's the deal. Even if a seller says no to your all-cash offer, still present the offer in writing. You'll find over and over again that the dynamic changes when a seller sees a formal agreement in writing. You've moved yourself from the group of all talk real estate investors to the I'm serious about this investors. When your offer is in writing, it becomes real at that point. It changes everything. If that makes sense, and you can see that if you put more offers in writing that you'd actually do more deals, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Now, if the seller still says no after I've put the offer in writing, I show them some creative options by leaving with them the 3-option letter of intent. Now, Private REA's client, Jeremiah Johnson, uses this religiously in his business and has a significant creatively financed income portfolio to show for it. If you'd like a copy and a short tutorial on how to use it, you can click this video link right here. Link also in the description below. Mistake number 2, presenting too soon. If you're initiating your conversation or discussing seller financing or subject to or anything like that the very first time you're speaking with a seller, particularly before any rapport is established, you're probably going to experience objections or a downright no. And that rejection you will experience here, it's not because the seller is opposed to it, it's more that you've caught them off guard. Trust hasn't been built and they don't really speak creative financing. You know, sellers, they speak price, not terms. They don't even know what terms are. And rapport and trust has to be built first anyway. The price conversation has to be almost completely exhausted before introducing anything creative. As much as you want to do deals with creative financing, don't forget the essentials of building rapport and trust with the seller. Don't skip the steps. You're still dealing with someone that's experiencing a certain level of distress. So create that relationship. Show them that you're there to help and still go for the deep equity position first, your discounted cash offer. If you reach an impasse there, you can then introduce a creative offer in the interest of continuing to pursue a win-win solution. That way, it'll be received with less resistance because a relationship between you and the seller is now in place. And likely the seller will consider something creative more since the previous offer wasn't what they were hoping for. There's a little bit of choreography to presenting a creative offer, and I walk you through it in this video right here. Mistake number 3, confusing the seller. And this is very easy to do. And it's a problem because we know what a confused mind does. Nothing. As real estate investors, we like to use our jargon like option and sub to and seller financing. Stop doing that. It may make sense to you, but sellers, they're not professional sellers. They don't understand what you're saying. Use everyday words like, instead of saying, I could buy your house subject to, try, I could take over the maintenance and payments on the property. Or instead of saying, will you do seller financing, try, I could give you some money now and the rest later. Or instead of saying I could pay you off in 8 years with a principal-only carryback loan, try this. I could divide the balance up into 100 equal monthly payments. Keep it simple and speak like a normal, everyday human being. If you'd like to go deeper into creative financing and the unlimited options that are available, you'll probably like this training session I put together for you at creativefinancing.us. I'll also put the link right here. And you don't need to give me your email address or anything like that. In fact, you don't even have to leave YouTube. Click here and get started on your financial freedom using creative financing strategies for real estate. What did you find most valuable? Share with me below. And who do you know that may also enjoy this? When their name comes to mind, please share it with them. Oh, and what I did is I pulled this video out special for you to watch next. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.